I manage over 30 ad accounts, over $1 million in ad spend per month for a direct-to-consumer brands on Shopify. And I have scaled and sold my own business using paid ads. Here's what most people get wrong. They think ads are just an image plus text. Visual plus copy, done. Launch it. That's not how it actually works. You don't know if your ad is working. And worse, you don't know why it's working. The why is everything, because people don't buy because they just saw a pretty picture. People buy because you convince them to buy. You made them feel something. You sparked the curiosity. You've uncovered something they desire. But here's the problem. You don't know what they desire. You have to research first. But before we get into research, I need to tell you something that's going to change how you think about ads right now. The new standard aggressive wins. You need to be aggressive. The more aggressive you are, the better your ads are going to be. You need to overpromise. I don't like it, but this is how it is. You need to have that in mind. You need to overpromise in order to convert on meta ads. Because everybody is already overpromising. That's the new standard. Saying we're 100% organic or it's kosher doesn't count anymore. Those things don't move the needle. You have to say things that are aggressive, things that grab attention. Let me give you an example. We work with Hyperlog. It's basically an AirTag competitor. And the way we do ads for them, we think about specific aggressive ideas. Stolen cars work better than losing your keys. That's just the truth of meta right now. Stolen cars, it's aggressive. You get it. Losing your keys is boring. Storytelling needs to be aggressive. You need to be very creative with your content to stand out from the crowd. And here's why. Using Claude or ChatGPT with a basic prompt, everybody has become a copywriter. The standard with AI right now is very high. You cannot just make a good ad. You have to make an amazing ad because everybody is a copywriter just by using Claude or ChatGPT right now. Why AI didn't make this easier? This is the key thing. You have to dig deep. The work right now with AI speeds up certain tasks, but the work required compared to what it used to require in the past is exactly the same. You need to work. You need to think a lot about the ideas. Work with AI, sure. But the hours AI is saving you need to be reinvested. In the past, you would spend a day coming up with an amazing idea. Right now, using AI, it can generate ideas in seconds. But the idea, everybody can do that. Everybody can create this idea. And ads are a competition. It's not about creating an idea. You have to spend the same amount of time with AI. Good copywriters used to spend a week thinking about unique ideas to come up with something amazing. And you may be thinking, okay, now with AI, I can do this in an hour. Wrong. Everybody can do this in an hour. So you have to reinvest a week with AI to create an amazing idea, not just good idea. Because right now, good ideas are the bare minimum. The work hasn't changed. The tools you use have changed. That's all. AI, because everybody's using, is not a competitive advantage right now. You have to stop thinking you can get away with less work. You can't. There is the same amount of work because it's a competition. Imagine you're a cyclist. If you compare a cyclist right now with a cyclist from the 1970s, the cyclist now would destroy the cyclist from the past because the tools have changed. The bicycles are more modern, are lighter, are better. But he's not the best because he can beat the 1970s cyclist. He's the best because he can beat the cyclist right now. They use the same tools. They use the same bikes. This is what you're comparing to. This is what you need to understand. You need to outcompete the brand in your niche right now. They are all using AI. You have to beat them. So you have to put the effort in creating amazing stories, amazing ideas, aggressive ideas. That's the reality right now. How you actually do this. The psychology first. Meta ads are still ads. And ads work because of human psychology. The principles haven't changed since the printing era. We are talking about madman stuff here. 3 things: attention, curiosity, emotion. Attention. You need to stop the scroll. Simple. Curiosity. You need to make someone want to find more. Open a loop. Emotion. You need to make someone feel something. Make them laugh. Make them angry. Make them cry. Whatever. Just make them feel something. The ads that actually work tick all those boxes. They make a genuine connection with the customer. If you get this, you're already ahead of most advertisers on Meta. Where ideas actually come from. Ideas don't come from staring at blank Google Doc. They come from research, deep intentional research. You need to know everything about your brand and your product. But more importantly, you need to know everything about your customer. That's the unlock. The key is learning about your customer. And the best way to do that is go where your customer hangs out. You need to fish in the right ponds. Research sources. Reddit. There is a reason 90% of searches on Google end with Reddit at the end. It's where you find real opinions. Customers go there to complain. Customers go there to praise you. You'll find information you are not normally privy to. Amazon reviews, Trustpilot, anywhere people leaving reviews about your brand or about other brands or about their problems. If someone went to the effort to leave a review, they either loved your product or they absolutely hate it. Read them. Look for patterns you haven't thought about. Are people saying they use your product when they're pregnant and you never made an ad about that? That's an ad angle right there. And it's pretty easy. You can just go download your client reviews, throw them into ChatGPT, and it will come with a lot of ideas. That's easy. Everybody can do that. So you have to dig even deeper and find a unique idea, a unique story that you can say using ChatGPT. Now look at the comments. Are people talking about your product in positive light? Are they giving you use cases? Your ads are essentially focus groups. People are tagging friends. People are talking about when and how they've used your product. Read them religiously. Competitor ads. Ad library is where most marketers live. You can search any brand and see what they're running. You can use tools like Foreplay, Atria, Get Hooked to see what people are saving. Great for inspiration. But here's the thing. If you just copy your competitors, your ads will look like your competitors. And if someone is into fitness, they are being targeted by you and all your competitors. So if your ads look the same, you are not going to stand out. You are going to lose sales. Instead, look for different niches and use your brain. You cannot outsource the thinking. You need to think about your product. You need to think about your brand. Don't try to save time on thinking. This is the worst investment you can make in your business. You need to use AI. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, use them. Save everything in Google Drive. It helps when integrating AI into your workflow. Turning research into angles. Now dig deep. You need to dig deep and find your ideal customer. What are their emotions? How do you capture them? Research is a really big part of this. But it's not always the case. You can think outside the box. Skip everything that I just mentioned. Open a drawing board and start thinking about unique ideas. But you need to educate yourself first. It's a better way to find your ideal customer. Educate yourself about your customers, understand your customers. Then make a decision on what to pursue. The drawing board is just going to be better. You have to always think about unique ideas. The idea is not ready yet. It's not something that exists. It's something you have to create. There is innovation in marketing. And this is what you need to do. You need to innovate in your marketing. So yes, go into research, go into comments, but create. This is what I want you to get. The strategists and copywriters are the creative thinkers. Now that you can use AI, you can create even more. It's not an excuse to stop creating. You need to create. You need to find unique ideas. You need to think for yourself and for your business what's going to differentiate you in the market. When you have a good ad, you know it. You know it because it's better than the competition. You know when you have something amazing. Right now, in e-commerce, it's not just about creating an amazing product. Don't settle for okay. Settle for amazing. Try to find something unique. Be creative and start thinking. I know it's generic advice. I know this is not what you want to hear. But this is the truth. Use AI to create better, but don't use it to create faster. You'll have to spend the same amount of time you used to spend before AI. Creating more because AI is the new standard. Spend the same amount of time. These are my thoughts around how to produce ads. This is the most important thing you need to focus on. Create, create, create. If you got value from this, hit the like button.